15,865 individuals are currently tested positive for COVID-19. That represents a 10.7% increase over yesterday. Hospitalizations in the state of California and ICU beds, again, those are the numbers I look at first thing every morning. The hospitalization numbers went up to 2,611 yesterday. That's about a 4.1% increase from the previous day. ICUs went up to 1,108. That was about a 2.1% increase. A lot of fear that is induced focusing on what this nation and the world is doing to meet this pandemic head on. That stress is manifest. That stress is real. And all of us work through that stress differently. No one can moralize how some people deal with it versus others. Some people are coping quite well. Others are struggling, understandably. Struggling because they lost their job and they don't have a paycheck. Struggling because their kids aren't at school. Struggling in ways where they're having a hard time sleeping, where they're a little bit shorter, a little more irritable, and they're prone to doing things that aren't healthy. And so we are putting out guidelines. We're putting out guidance not only to our health plans in the state of California, both on the private side and on the public side, our Medi-Cal system, but we're also putting a playbook together for you, a checklist as adults, as caregivers, but also a checklist for our children, because everything I just said is translated very differently into our children. Our children aren't able to communicate words like this: boy, I'm completely stressed out. Not a young child, maybe a teenager, but not a young child. And they manifest stress very differently.